boy, Mr. Dugas, coming at y'all with another video, man. And today, man, I'm going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles have just signed cornerback CreVon Leblanc to a 1-year extension, yo, meaning that he's now going to be with the team through the 2020 season, yo. I like the signing, man. I know right now he's on injured reserve with a chance to come back later in the season. Um, but I mean, this guy, he's all what the Eagles organization is all about, man. Just out there grit, grinding, and just playing hard and making a name for himself, yo. Came out of Florida Atlantic, man. Started off his career with the Chicago Bears. Did so with them, man. Then started off last season with the Detroit Lions, and they actually ended up cutting him. Like after a couple of games, we picked him up off of waivers, yo, late in November, cause man, we had just so many injuries to the cornerback positions, man. When we had guys that was in the Americas Alliance League, like playing significant snaps for us at cornerback, before the guys start getting a little more healthy toward the very end of the season. But man, it's a guy who's when he came to us, man, he held it down in the slot for us, man. I mean, he really held it down, yo. He was coming up being a short tackler, playing really good in coverage, yo. And it allowed a guy like Avonte Maddox to play on the outside. You feel me? And of course, we all remember, man, the play when he played Chicago. The play where he ripped the ball out of the receiver hand. I think late in the first half. And of course, against the New Orleans Saints, man, where he made the big time interception on the first play of the game in that playoff game. And also other players where he was like in open field with Kamara and made one-on-one tackles and things like that, man. I really like him as our slot corner, man. Unfortunately, he's gonna be missed for a good half of the start of the season. We got a lot of young, decent corners, man. When you look at Ronald Darby, who seems like the veteran of this cornerback room, he's still a very young guy. You know what I'm saying? He's still a very young cornerback. You also got Rasul Douglas, who's very young. Sidney Jones is very young. Even though he's banged up, Jalen Mills is still a young corner. You know what I'm saying? Avonte Maddox obviously is a young corner just going into his second year. And CreVon Leblanc is a young corner, also just 25 years old, man. There's a very deep young cornerback group, man. And of course you got guys like Darby, Mills, Douglas, who already experienced playing in and winning the Super Bowl, yo. I like having them around, man. This year obviously what we gonna start off in until Darby pretty much, gets fully healthy. We gonna have Sidney Jones and Rasul Douglas starting on the outside and Avonte Maddox in the slot right now, yo. But I like having LeBlanc around, man. A physical corner. Seems like he has a really good grasp of the slot corner position on this defense. He's a physical player also, like from what I've seen, he comes up there and hit people also, man. That's a very underrated, skill set for cornerbacks, man. Especially slot corners, man, because you closer to the trenches where you involved in a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You closer to the line of scrimmage where you gotta have your head on the swivel a lot, yo. And for him to be physical like he is, come up and supporting the run game, also does a very good job at actually covering, the little sharp, quick twitch type of receivers in the slot. I like the signing, man. Hopefully we could get him back, later this year. Or if we don't, at least we know for next year as next year, we may move on from a guy like Darby and a guy like Mills, and then next season you could have Avonte Maddox, Sidney Jones, and CreVon Leblanc in the slot with Douglas kind of being the swing corner. We got a lot of cornerbacks, man. And I think these guys are just, if they could stay healthy, they're gonna just continue to get better and better and better, yo. I like the cornerback room this year, man. Especially if a guy like Sidney Jones could stay healthy, cause we know the type of talent he is when he's healthy. But love to sign and love to know we're gonna have LeBlanc for another year. holding it down for us in that slot, man. Like, really like the signing, and shout out to him also, yo. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go on, hit the like button for your boy, and go on subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. I'm gonna have Eagles content throughout the year. Also on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific, man, I will do a live Q&A. You could come on there, ask me anything. I'll answer your questions and shout you out, yo. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly. Good job, LeBlanc.